Night Show with Jojo A. Featuring tonight, Irene, Mora, and Marlyn Kragh. With Lloyd Mara and All the Way Band, it's Jojo A. Back to the program. And as I mentioned earlier on during the monologue, this is what you call our pilot episode.
Oh, fresh na fresh.
Oh, fresh na fresh because it's all about pilots. Anyway, friends, our guest tonight is some sort of a maverick, di ba? Oh, mas maganda maverick yata or woman maverick. Tama ba yun? When you say maverick, someone who's started it all, someone who does things out of the ordinary. So the first one in everything. A pioneer.
A pioneer.
If you will, di ba? But anyway, it's all about pilots, and our guest this evening is all about flying. A CEO of Mora Airlines, the Manila Aero Club Flying Academy, a flight instructor, and the first female pilot to ever break the ice in a man's field. Diba?
Wow.
Oh, parang field of field of dreams, Sabi niya, everybody can fly but not everyone can be a pilot. Please welcome on a program, Irene, Mora, and Marlyn Kragh. Okay, Irene.
Yes, Irene, good evening.
Good
or
evening
good morning.
Yes, and Marlyn.
Yes, hello, good
Okay,
evening.
Thank you
Jojo.
very much for flying into the show.
Thank you very much for giving us the permission to land.
Oo naman. Ano ba ang sagot? Permission to land. Proceed. Ganun. Oh,
Clear
yes,
to
Your
land.
Honor. Clear to
Clear
land.
to land.
Clear to land. Oh, tama. One thing I noticed immediately, Irene, is your shades. Talagang,
shades.
Oo. What's with the shades? Lahat ng mga pilots that I know are always all about the cool shades. Diba? And
Yes.
yours is like, wow.
Yeah, because the pilots, we really protect our eyes. First thing foremost is your eyes. This is very important for pilots. You don't need to be a 20/20 vision, but you
Right.
should at least protect your eyes from
Right.
any lights or sunlight.
Especially if you're flying, di ba?
Yes,
It's
yes.
Because when you use your eyes, of course. I mean, the technology is there, everything, but still, when flying an airplane, especially most importantly when landing it, di ba?
That's correct.
You know, that's always been a ponderable for me, Irene. I should call you Captain.
Just call me Irene.
Ganun ba?
Irene.
Okay, Irene, Capitan. Di ba, pag pababa ka na, when you're, I read that the most critical part in flying a plane is always the ascent and descent.
Yes, 99% of flying, the most difficult part is your landing.
Landing
So
especially.
takeoff is the easiest part.
Takeoff is easier. Yeah, well, especially when you're, takeoff, you're talking about the plane, I thought you were talking about the clothes.
Yeah, so that's the easiest part.
Wow! All right. This conversation is truly flying. Pero di ba, it's difficult. It's scary. And every time pababa na, when you notice that you're flying down, do you still feel the nervousness or maybe jitters when you fly? But not anymore.
Actually, the feelings is always been very fascinating. To me as a pilot, every time I land is something like, I feel like this is my first time again and again.
Really?
So every time you're about approaching to land, especially if it's traffic up in the air, sometimes you get really very nervous because there are a lot of big airliners that are coming in. And at the same time that air traffic controller will put you on hold for a long time. That's quite
when you go
scary
around.
sometimes.
And then you get
yes.
Can you do that? And we regret to inform you that we will be flying. Can you just this is your captain speaking, or come on. That scares me every time may bababa na. When you're on your descent, and suddenly there's an intercom that says, "Oh no, the captain's going to speak. Please repeat after me. Our Father who art in heaven." It's always. But can you do that for us? Like please, Irene.
Well, so ladies and gentlemen, please fasten your seatbelt. We are approaching the Ninoy Aquino International Airport, and the air traffic controller will say, "This is your RPC 2820. That's the name of our aircraft. You are cleared to land on runway 31.
Authentic. Diba? Authentic. Ang galing, you know? Galing. You know, you're first of most female pilots who really made it in a man's field. Sabi nga nila, it's a man's world.
Yeah, but it's no longer anymore.
Right,
a lot of
right.
women already followed my footstep, and there's a lot of women already that are captain of Cebu Pacific, flying Airbus, big Airbus 320.
Yeah, but wasn't there any sort of maybe not discrimination, but maybe what's the right term for it? Apprehension on the part of those who.
Oh yeah,
You know,
15 years ago when I moved here, that was totally a different world, because I was the first woman who came in and out at the Civil Aviation Authority to process my license, and that was totally different. But 15 years later, I noticed that there's a lot of women pilots already, and I'm so very happy. And I hope we'll have more coming in.
Yes, that's good. You know, because they say that women now are more focused. Is that correct?
Oh, well, men are also very focused. I had been working with men ever since, and I think the word intimidation shouldn't be there, especially among us. The Filipino men are totally different. I studied in the States, and I've flown a lot in different countries, but coming over here in the Philippines, men are not really so used to seeing women that flies. So when I came over here, that was the time that at least I had opened doors for a lot of women, especially in my kababayan. And I'm very much hoping that's why we have the academy that uplift the higher level of education to help more women
piloting.
Yes.
Right. As a female pilot and captain of the plane, do you prefer steward or stewardesses on the plane?
Do I prefer
Because I'm sure the men pilot would always say, well, there's some sort of a fondness for the stewardesses as opposed to the men. But it's all right. They're welcome.
What do you think, Marlyn?
I think
How
Captain
about you,
Mora
Marlyn?
would prefer stewards.
Let's talk about the flying school. What normally is the pre-requirement for you to come to a flying school, the Mora flying school?
Okay, to be a pilot, nowadays, since this is a
But
global...
you're open, I'm sorry, let me just cut you there. You're open also to men students?
Yes, and
You
men
are, no?
flies too.
They
So
do.
when you flip, so we have this. That's why we came up to the stories of Women Fly Global.
All
And
right.
when you flip the page, men's flies too. And it shouldn't be an intimidation between men, because this is 2012 already. We are in 2012,
That's
and
right.
and women are already has been traveling to outer space, not only men. And
okay.
right now, to be a pilot, you must, or you're just you must at least 16 years old to be qualified to be a pilot, and you shouldn't be a colorblind. That's all.
I
Yeah.
see. So that's very important.
That's
no?
very important. Yes.
Okay. That's to determine whether you are flying over a cloud or maybe, yes, you know, that's to discern what's in front of you, correct?
Yes, exactly. And the eyes is the most important instruments of our body, and your hearing. So to be a pilot, you should be always aware, awareness of your hearing, communication properly to tower controller and to the pilot itself.
Oh, so that's why you have your eyewear.
Yes, that's why I
So that
wear
you
my
have
glasses.
aware.
This is my investment.
Anyway, with this positive reminder, we get back. There's going to be more of our woman pilot, the school, and of course, how Marlyn Kragh here is marketing the whole school. Stay with us here.
So kiss me and smile for me. Tell me that you wait for me.
You also
Hold me like
pilot
you
the bigger
never
aircraft.
let me go. 'Cause I'm leaving
So you have your own
on a
plane.
jet where I don't know when I'll be back.
Thank you very much. that? Yeah. All right, still our very good friends, Capitan and Marlyn, Kragh and Irene. And okay, let's talk about the school. Okay, when it comes to the school, how many planes do you have?
We actually have a 9 aircraft owned by our academy. We have from single engine to the twin engine.
Twin engines. Okay, that simulates the bigger planes as well, correct?
Yes, yes.
Okay. How fast is the most? How many months does one need and required for you to be a pilot or a licensed pilot, if you will?
Well, that is a very good question because to be a pilot takes only 6 months.
6 months.
And
Okay.
you can have your commercial pilot license.
Oh, okay.
Yes. 6 months, you can already accumulate 200 hours. So the airliners right now are accepting 250 hours to be first officer. And within a period of 1 year, you can already be a second officer or first officer of big airplane.
Oh, okay.
So we can train you within a period of 6 months to get your commercial pilot's license.
Is there a requirement right now for the industry to have pilots?
There's a global demand for pilots nowadays. We need pilots all over the world. And a matter of fact, one of the Middle Eastern countries have come to deal or propose a business with us to do a joint venture in providing pilots for their upcoming new airline, or it might be the airline of Mora Air who will be doing the direct flight into this country. We're not allowed to tell you yet which country. So to those who are listening right now, really, be a pilot because it's one of the highest paid career in the world.
Right.
You know, as a first officer.
22,000 feet up in the air, that's quite high.
Yes.
Highest paid
And
too, huh?
imagine, it only needs 6 months.
6 months, huh? 6
Yeah,
months.
to become a commercial pilot.
I've encountered a lot of foreigner friends of mine, and in my trips abroad also, they have a preference for the Filipino pilots. That's because they say we're better daw in landing. Well, that's true. We're smoother in
Smoother,
piloting.
and actually we have the best weather to fly in the Philippines. In fact, all of our students are coming from different countries. We have from
So
Europe.
you're open to a lot of
Yeah,
nationalities to come to Mora Air. And
Yes, sir. Our academy is also accredited of 72 countries, and we have students from around the world coming from Europe, from Belgium, from India, from Sudan, from Saudi Arabia, and Indonesia and Malaysia. So we are accredited in an international
You should come
schools.
by and check out your school, you know, tayo, no, and maybe do a
Yes.
segment there, and maybe do another MTV.
Exactly. That's a very good idea. That's exactly what I want to do.
Right, we should do that. All right, Marlyn, what do you have? Do you have any promo in the offing or anything ongoing now that you want to share with us?
Oh, well, we just landed with a deal with St. Luke's. We'll be doing their medical evacuation for their patients, hopefully
okay.
very soon. And also, we have gone through most of the colleges in Manila, promoting for the high school graduates, whereby Captain Mora here talked about being pilot as a career. And I must say, there's a lot of inquiries from the schools because our problem now with our children is, I graduate as what? As the most common careers or business administration, commerce and all that, but then they have no jobs.
Right.
So we have told the schools that you want to have a job right away, and Captain Mora will assure you to have a job right after the graduation as a pilot. When you get your license, you can immediately fly for any airlines of your choices. And so this is the best way to earn money.
Yeah,
And I
Mora
must
Air
say-
School. Right. Fly high, get paid high.
Yes.
Di ba?
Mora na, VIP ka pa. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much,
Thank
Captain
you.
Mora
Thank
and
you.
Marlyn Kragh. That's all the show we have tonight. Many thanks for watching. Momentarily, I always leave you with this note. Always do everything, friends, for the greater glory of God and for the service of man. Always love and always laugh. This has been the Medyo Late Night Show. And I'm Jojo A. Tomorrow night, guys. Good night. Bye-bye.
To the moon and let me pray among the stars. Let me see what's brilliant like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words.